debate competition is happening right now. Aren't you guys excited?
Yes.
I
Hear,
cannot
hear.
hear you.
Hear,
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah.
Okay, that is awesome. I love that energy. And I want you to keep that energy up to the debate, okay? Well done, guys. And before we get things started, let's meet up our debaters for tonight. So we have two teams. We have team proposition and team opposition. And each team consists of 3 speakers. So 1 B2 moderator and 2 B2 students. First off, let's all welcome the team proposition. All right. So guys, let me have the team proposition starting with Thuha. All right. Hello. So she is the leader of the team proposition.
Hi.
Okay.
Okay. Hi. Hello, everyone. My name is Tuha, and I'm one of the B2 members. And I wouldn't call me the leader, but I would say that I'm going to be the first speaker. So nice to meet you all.
All right.
And I really hope that, well, because it's my first time debating too, so I really hope that we can learn something today.
All right. Yes, you'll definitely learn a lot of things. Now let's have the second speaker, Fee or Mr. Jack.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jack, and I'm actually a student of B2, and this is my first time taking part in a debate, so I'm a little bit nervous.
All right, that is totally fine. We all are nervous, but let's have fun, okay? Now let's have the third speaker, Chira Dimpas.
Hello everyone, I am Chana and a moderator here in B2, and today I'm expecting that this debate would be knowledgeable and at the same time engaging and fun.
All
That will be
right,
out.
cool. Thank you guys. Let's give him a round of applause, please. All right, so that's team proposition, and now let's all welcome the team opposition. Let's start with John Christian Esparagoza, the leader of the team opposition.
So hello, I'm Christian, the leader of opposition. So just some simple reminders. Let's make the game beautiful, and at the same time, let's make it memorable. That's all.
All right, cool. That's awesome, John and Christian. Thank you. And let's have Nguyen Viet Quang
Oh,
or Mr.
okay.
Brian.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's Brian again, and this is the first time I enjoyed the debate with B2 guys. I hope that we have a memorable moment with each other during the debate, and we can learn a lot of things after this debate with me and with you guys.
All right. Absolutely. We will have a great fun tonight. And let's meet the third speaker of the team opposition, Nguyen, Miss Annie.
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Annie. So I'm the junior university. So that is the first time that I do this debate. So I will do my best for this debate and hope that you guys can enjoy this and learn from that.
Okay,
Thank you.
great. So a round of applause for team opposition. Okay, great job, guys. And I wish you all the best and have fun. All right? Okay. Now, of course, we really need someone that is really expert on this subject matter. Introducing our judge for tonight, Farameh Pastor, and she has won a number of debate competitions such as British Parliamentary Debate Competition, Intercollege, and the champion of Interdepartment Filipino Debate Balagtasan, and she has won the best speaker of British Parliamentary Debate Competition, Intercollege. A round of applause, please.
All right, thank you. And my take on this is that I want to wish everyone good luck. To Team A, to Team B, to the government, to the opposition, good luck to everyone. Though some of you said that it's your first time, but it's okay. Just do your best. I know you can do it. So just believe in yourself. And then just one thing again about the debate, matter versus manner. All right, so that's the only thing I can say. Good luck, everyone. Thank you.
Wow, great job. Thank you so much for that. And before we start, Here are the mechanics for tonight's debate. So there will be 3 rounds. In the first round, the leader of each team gives the speech presenting their arguments. The first speaker of the team proposition presents arguments in support of the resolution. Then, the first speaker of team opposition presents arguments opposing the resolution. And in the second round, there will be 4 turns of presenting. The second speaker of each team gives the counter arguments to the arguments of the opposite team, and at the same time presents further points in support of their resolution. Okay, and the third speaker of each team gives the counter arguments to the arguments of the opposite team, and at the same time presents their closing statements in support of their resolution. And in the final round, the leader of each team will summarize their arguments and conclude their team's points. Now, speaking of points, for the grading parameter, 10 points will be given to the team who provided excellent arguments in each round, and there will be no points given to the team who failed to defend their arguments. Okay? Is everything clear, guys? Okay. Well, I have a good news for our online viewers. I know there are a lot of B2 students currently watching this show. So I have a good news for you, because each viewer will give 1 vote for the team that they like the most. And the team who has a higher number of votes will win the favorite team award. And I'll give you the details later, okay? All right. Now, furthermore, this debate is conducted with the purpose of creating an educational and knowledgeable environment for English learners community, and builds up an interactive bridge between B2 students and moderators. Therefore, there will be no cash prize for the team. However, recognition will be given to the team. All right? Will be given to them, I mean. Okay. Now, before we officially start the debate, our topic or the motion for tonight's debate is TikTok should be banned among teenagers. Again, the motion for tonight's debate is TikTok should be banned among teenagers. Okay? Are you guys excited?
I'm excited. Yeah.
Are you guys ready?
Here,
Yes.
here.
Okay.
Yeah, we're ready.
Louder, please. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
We are.
Okay, cool. I love that energy. Great. Well, without further ado, let's begin the first round. For this round, each speaker delivers a 7-minute speech. Now, let's start with the proposition team. Let's call in Thuha. All right, a round of applause, please, for Thuha. All right, and you may start now.
Okay.
Please start the timer.
Ladies and gentlemen, launched in 2018 and not long afterwards, claimed the title the most downloaded app in 2018 and 2020, with a total installation reached the 2.6 billion mark, as recently reported. It is no doubt that TikTok is taking over the internet and is everyone's favorite app for entertainment and social purposes on the daily basis. So despite all the fun and joy that it can bring us, TikTok also has its dark side and is filled with negative impacts on users, especially teenagers who take up more than 30% of the total users on TikTok. Therefore, this house strongly believes that TikTok does more harm than good and would like to propose to ban TikTok among teenagers. For anyone who does not quite understand what this app is, TikTok is a Chinese-based video sharing social networking platform where you can create short video with a duration from 15 seconds to 1 minute on a variety of genres, from dancing, comedies, education to music. And meanwhile, teenagers refers to the people from the age of 13 to 19. Not only teenagers are the dominant users on TikTok, but they are also at the age that is more fragile and vulnerable to the toxicity that this platform can bring. Hence, In an attempt to protect teenager users from such negative impact, we would like to define our proposition as prohibiting people from the 13 to 19 years old to download and use TikTok on their phone. So in other words, they shall not be allowed and use TikTok until they reach 20. To support our proposition, on behalf of my team, I would like to present our first and second arguments. First of all, teenagers can be fed with inappropriate, wrong, and misleading information on TikTok. TikTok is a free platform for user-generated content, which means the contents created on the platform are most of the time created by other users and not verified or filtered by authorities. How it works is that TikTok algorithm allows users to see the type of content that they are interested in through online behavior and the power of hashtag, without considering whether those contents are accurate or appropriate for certain audience. According to a social media expert from Good Morning America, TikTok is built with mature content. So if you are above 18 and you use TikTok, you may know of thirst trap is a type of social media content that trigger viewers in a sexual way. So that definitely wouldn't be something that we want our teenage kids to learn about when they are still yet to reach their adulthood. In addition, TikTok is not Google, it's not Wikipedia, and the information shared on the platform is definitely not made for educational purposes, but more of raising awareness or evoke advocacy. One of the most common examples for this is like Lives Matter movement that reached 4.9 billion views on the topic through hashtag. That's how trends are created, and it can attract the participation of millions of users. Now, when it comes to social movements like Lives Matter, the more user it gets, the better. But in the case of dangerous challenge like blackout, salt and ice, or Kiki challenges, the more people joining the movement, the worse the consequences. It also has been reported that a 12-year-old died while joining the blackout challenge on TikTok. So the point I'm trying to make here is that teenagers are not well protected from inappropriate, wrong, and misleading information online. And in most cases, it is due to the fact they are still learning, so they aren't capable of telling wrong and right apart just yet. And constantly being present online, especially on TikTok, their ability to differentiate between these two is very limited. And secondly, TikTok can cause mental issues for teenagers. So it has been proven by scientists that spending too much time on social media can lead to depression and anxiety. So in the case of TikTok, it is no exception, not to mention the damage that TikTok can bring may even worse. This mental illness can be caused by 1, peer pressure, and 2, online bullying. So as previously stated, TikTok is a free platform for user-generated content. So also because of this algorithm, allows users to see video made by other users available on the app without having to subscribe or follow them. Teenagers can come across video made by not any celebrity or KOLs, but their own peers. And also thanks to this algorithm, it is much easier now for these young TikTokers to be seen and quickly become famous with millions of viewing followers. For example, Carly D'Amelio has the most followers on TikTok and she's only 17. However, it does not mean that anyone can become famous like Carly. As a result, teenagers may have a tendency to compare themselves with other fellow TikTokers in terms who have better looks, views, or more followers, putting peer pressure on themselves that eventually gets them anxiety and depression. Okay, in case they do have a decent amount to be considered famous, it's not as great as it seems because this young influencer will have the higher chance of being bullied through hate comments and from strangers on the platform. They may leave some hate or mean comments on the video, criticizing the teenage TikTokers. Some even make videos to react and ridicule other video creators on TikTok. And when it gets worse, it will turn into a serious case of online bullying. This is alarming because not every teenager is equipped with how they should handle this situation and may doubt themselves, even scared to communicate with others and lead themselves to more severe anxiety and other mental issues. So to sum up, my team believes that TikTok should be banned among teenagers in order to protect themselves from inappropriate, misleading information and reduce the chance of having mental issues due to online bullying on TikTok at such a young age. Thank you for listening.
Wow, that is just amazing. That's a great way to start our first round. That is awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
And let me call in the opposition team. Let's call in Christian Esparagoza. A round of applause, please.
So, Ms. Chair and everyone, good evening. And for our first speaker, I have 3 counter arguments that I will discuss against censorship and content moderation. Second, protection of children. And thirdly, mental health issues because of TikTok addiction. So before we get into that, let me redefine first what makes TikTok so famous compared with other social media sites. So TikTok is a medium for social interaction, social engagement, and social entertainment, wherein video creators can do whatever they like to be creative in their own ways to share some content that they wanted to share throughout the world. And yet, let's talk about the people concerned. The users of TikTok are children, teenagers, students, adults, friends, and family. So with that being said, also take note that TikTok is a global application wherein regardless of sex, nationality, anyone can participate. So with that being said, this is our first argument. TikTok can be a platform for self-expression. If we mean by that, users can be creative on how to express themselves into the world. They can sing, they can dance, they can share something they want to share, which reduces mental health issues because they are showcasing their strengths, their skills. And yet, even if there are bad comments about it, well, it's a reality. But all in all, what matters is, my point is, if someone can express himself or herself and the things that someone loves, it will be worth it. So on the positive side, sharing their stories, their daily life, videos of their uplifting contents. So let's talk about teachers, firefighters, and other work professionals who have TikTok accounts. They are using this kind of platform to showcase positive environment. And we know that the first speaker only pointed the dark side. But all in all, we believe that even if there is a dark side of it, still, it brings more good than harm. So this is how we argue with our arguments, because self-expression is so important, especially during this pandemic. We have been distressed from the things that are going on, and we have to have this kind of way for us to show our stress, something like that. So with this in mind, I have article named TikTok Marketing in 2021 by Anna Devendorf. She stated that TikTok was the #1 most downloaded app in 2020. So therefore, in accordance with the first point, the reason why it's #1 because we're in a pandemic since 2019 up to 2020. And with that being said, most of the kids, most of the students are now adapting with this modern age online. So with that being said, it is estimated that TikTok is larger than both Twitter and Pinterest. So another sub-argument with my second argument that TikTok can be a good marketing tool. Most physical businesses have been shut down here in the Philippines because of intensive lockdowns and travel restrictions. In this modern age, with the use of internet, social media sites, a business can thrive even if it's online. So there are teenagers and influencers who support this kind of businesses, even if they are shut down physically, but online. There will be some creation of jobs, people can still earn money, and at the same time, they can have this kind of entertainment. Have you ever wondered that TikTok is an effective way of advertisement, wherein there are food critics, food vlogs, and so much more, whereas we are driven by teenagers and adults with the use of this platform. So with this being said, TikTok has played an important role in terms of, coping up with the struggles online. So, and the mental health, and of course, with the economy, so to speak. So with that in mind, TikTok isn't just about for entertainment. TikTok is more than that. We can use it for self-expression, advertisements, education that will be further discussed more by my deputy leader of opposition. So with my rebuttals, so if we're talking about contents that are disturbing, malicious, and rights violating videos, instead of focusing on banning TikTok, this is our resolution: to improve the quality assurance of every content being published and posted in TikTok. What content should remain and what should be removed. So to give you an actual situation, if you have found a sexual disturbing video in Facebook, what would happen? Facebook would remove it because it violates human rights. So with that being said, we're going to strengthen the moderation, the censorship department we're in. TikTok is a big company. It has a big audience. So all the more, with this being said, moderating content such as videos, posts, discussions to ensure that there will be no violation of rights and to establish a healthy environment in TikTok. So let's talk about the protection of the children. So have you ever heard the feature in TikTok wherein there is what we call family pairing mode, or known as family safety mode? This is TikTok's new feature where parents can set limits, can set limitations of the screen time, of what will be the duration of my kid, of a kid can use TikTok. It can be 2 hours just in a day to ensure that someone is not being addicted into it, to preserve that TikTok is created to have this kind of healthy and good space for self-expression, education, and entertainment. So with that being said, here in our side, we're going to educate users to be more responsible, because I believe addiction isn't a valid reason to ban the entirety of TikTok. Because I can be addicted in Facebook. So is that a valid reason to ban Facebook? So if I will be addicted in YouTube, is that a valid reason to ban YouTube? So it's also the same in TikTok. So with that being said, I have provided counter arguments wherein we're going to strengthen the censorship and moderation of every content. Secondly, the family restrictions or the family safety mode for kids, something like that.
Let me
So all
stop
in
you
all,
there, Don.
thank you.
Okay, great job. That was really awesome too. Wow, we really have good speakers in our first round, and I was just amazed of how great you are and how passionate in delivering your speech. I really commend you guys. Well done to both of you. Now, let's go ahead and let's begin our second round. Okay? Now, for this round, POI is available. Therefore, the opposite team's member can briefly interrupt the current speaker offering a POI. However, we have some rules. POIs can be raised after the 1 minute mark of the speaker, and no questions will be raised in the last minute of speech. Third, POIs can be accepted or denied, but each speaker should take at least 1 POI. Is that clear, guys? Great. Okay, for this second round, each speaker will be given 6 minutes to present their arguments. Now, let's start. Let me call in the second speaker of Team Proposition, Mr. Jack. A round of applause, please.
I have 3 counter arguments for your speech. The first one is about the self-impressions. Online, there are many ways for the kids to express themselves. It can be through YouTube, can be through Instagram. For YouTube, the kids can vlog themselves, their daily basic life, their daily life on daily basics. So pretty much, TikTok is definitely not the only way for the kids to express themselves. And also for the good marketing tool, when the TikToks, they advertise any products or any content online, the majority of the user that they are aim at are people that can spend money, because those are the sector of customer that can generate profit. Because it would be quite, unreasonable to target at kids, because kids, they cannot develop, they are not fully awareness of the product that they want to buy. And if even when they want to buy, they have to ask the permission from the parents. So the target customer that TikTok advertise is mostly aimed at adults and teenagers that are above 20.
Clarification.
Thank you. No, thank you. And also, for the family pairing mode, you say that the parents can restrict the amount of kids having access to TikTok. However, not every parents, they know their kids that well, especially because of their hectic life. They are so occupied with their life that they cannot know what their kids are doing, which in this case is TikTok. And to be honest, in order to install TikTok on the phone is very easy. So it doesn't require much time as well as knowledge. And also I want to add new argument. And we also believe that the disadvantages of TikTok outweigh the advantages of TikTok. The idea that I want to add is yes.
Well, you have mentioned that parents don't have a time to supervise their children. But you know what? There is a feature in TikTok wherein with the use of their phone, they can supervise them. They can set restrictions, limits on the contents that they're going to have on their children's phone. That is what we call family pairing mode. Pairing two phones from the parent and the kid. Just to clarify. Thanks.
Yeah, but however, some of the kids, they can, when they install the phones on the app, they can categorize themselves as adult, because there's no way for there's no way for TikTok to make sure that the users are completely 100% adult. And another argument is about data mining. We can say that in August 2020, Trump said he wanted to ban TikTok. So Trump, he had his own reason to do so, because he worried about the Chinese-owned company will share user data with the Chinese government. Yes.
Yeah, TikTok is social media. It means that TikTok has the same forms as other social media like Facebook, Instagram, or something like that, right? So why don't they ban Facebook or Instagram? Why should they ban the TikTok for TikTok, not for the Facebook or Instagram? Thanks.
Because you can see that the interface of TikTok is specifically designed to be extremely addictive. On the top of TikTok, there isn't the time for you to see. So they have spent on the apps. Yeah. Yes.
Is it a valid reason just because of someone's addiction, it will be TikTok will be banned, irregardless of the more benefits that it offers?
Apart from the addiction that the user can get, I'm also going to talk about the data mining. Yeah. So the reason is because when you register for TikTok, it will automatically collect the information about the locations. So if you look at the bigger pictures, it will be completely unnecessary to do so, because if you provide the data about the location, it doesn't make any much differences. And
another point,
in reality,
clarification, not question.
You can, in the safety policies of TikTok, they are the list of information that TikTok say that they will automatically collect it. Yes.
Can I raise my point? Do you know that you can make a TikTok account with the use of fake email and fake number? which
So-
makes it more safe.
But for people, but not everyone, they use TikTok with their fake accounts. They also use accounts with their real information because they believe in TikTok. And look at what TikTok do to themselves. They use the information to advertise to marketing companies.
Dứa, nhưng mà tôi đã ăn hết rồi.
They
An article given by TikTok in the 2019s, they store all TikTok American data in the US with the backup redundancy in the Singapore. Their data centers are located entirely outside of China, not say Beijing, right? And none of their data is subject to China law. Further, they have a dedicated technical team focused on adhering to strengthen, cyber security policies and the data privacy and security practices. It means that it's okay to use a TikTok like other apps like Facebook and Instagram, right? Now to my second point. Going up to my second part is we can use a TikTok for educating. Educating here means that creating is improving the creativity of the students, techniques and some tips in school and our daily life. Unlike other social media sharing video platforms without time limit like YouTube, the things that makes the TikTok unique is that TikTok just allow the people post short video. The 50 seconds video into the platform. So we must think about our messages and content we will talking about during the video. It requires lots of creativity as well as the efforts to create meaningful messages that are liked by many people. As a TikTok user, I'm also following some accounts that usually post educational video, especially English video. For example, an account is quite popular among students is 5 new words per day. The duty is quoting some saying or character during the film and movies. Is about the idioms, about the slang that native speaker is in a formal language. So I can learn a lot of new vocabulary during I watching the film and movies. I can learn more about the authentic English. Now to my last point is that TikTok can be a good entertainment method for relieving one's stress. I'm sure that all you guys here are the technophiles. A technophile here is a person that always interested in using modern technologies. And I'm sure that you guys here are using the social media like TikTok and Facebook. And Facebook is dominant in the forms of taking the messages, making a phone call, and network information among the user. And TikTok is also famous for funny short video. A lot of many celebrities use the platform. A hot TikToker or KOL, they always post funny video dance or viral video and become a trend among the young. When I watch this video, they make me so excited, so I can relax after the long work, especially during the pandemic like this, where majority of us are isolated from the world. Connecting virtually is the only way for us to release the stress. And psychologists are suggesting that the challenges on the platforms, which are increasingly on the rise and receive so many participants, is one of the way people feel sense of connectivity and relatability in this uneasy time like COVID-19 or the quarantine times. The lockdown, when you are locked out at home. From viral hacks, cooking challenges, and even workout video, TikTok has found a way to attract people across all age groups. But we should use this app and other apps like Facebook, reasonably. That it's not about how much time you spend on social media, but the way you make it is more important. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. Good job on that. Well done, guys. And before we continue with the debate, okay, because this is getting intense now, and I'd like to inform you, all our online viewers, our online voting is officially open. So all you have to do is to send a message in our chat box. So to vote for your favorite team, so I want you to send your messages in the chat box so we can determine who is your favorite team among these two, okay? So, well, let's keep the arguments keep rolling. Let's keep the arguments rolling, okay? So to help you decide with your votes, let's open the third round of this debate. So for this round, each speaker gives the counter arguments for 5 minutes. And let me start the third speaker of the team proposition, Sheena Dimpas. A round of applause, please.
Am I heard?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So to start this, I just want to clarify that the first speaker spoke about that teenagers can fake their accounts, which means they can fake their age too. And this is against your opposition side, because knowing that they can fake it, it means they can say that they are 21 years old or any age that will make TikTok let them see adult videos or something like that, the videos that are for mature ones, for mature. Say that TikTok is for education. I don't think that 1 minute video would be enough for you to learn something. And if a video that you want to learn, you would want to verify if it is true or not, right? So is 1 minute video enough for you to learn from it? And if you want to learn about it effectively, then you would want a reference or something that that verify that it is true. Okay, so for example, you can read books. And second speaker also spoke that he learns English from TikTok, which might be true, but as what my second speaker spoke, that the algorithm is addictive. So for example, this video is allowing you to learn English for it. The next video might be addicting for you. So because you cannot know what the next video would be, right? The third one, relieving stress. Okay, for this one, do you think that using phone is enough for you to relieve stress?
Point.
No, thank you. To relieve stress, then it would not. Research says that connecting with your friends and family would be the best solution when it comes to relieving stress. And also, the doctor also says that using social media or any online platform would make your stress be more addictive. No thanks. And for this, I can say that it would not relieve stress. It would not educate effectively, and the info here in TikTok is not verified. And also, we are willing to take the trade-off of taking away the source of creativity as a way of self-expression to ensure security over our teenagers. My second speaker said that...
Point.
No, thank you. My second speaker said that TikTok gathers data about its users in the same way as any other social media app does. But the degree to which TikTok mines user data is remarkable or exceptional. So according to Eliza Winterman, a journalist of security.org, TikTok can obtain up to 50 types of information from users 13 years old and older. Everything from your age, username, gender, and email address to inform about your mobile device.
Point.
Message content.
Clarification.
No, thank you. No, thank you. And monitoring data about your online activities is collected. It is a lot, okay? So Ventureman concluded that the information is not secure with TikTok because the organization shares information with advertising, marketing, and analytic vendor. Yes, we may be removing a creative space of self-expression for teenagers to have fun and relieve stress, but we are still protecting them because that's our priority, right? Do we want to take risks about their mental issues or the temporary effects of TikTok? And can the opposition... No, thank you. Can the opposition say the same thing? Miss Judge, this is why our worst case is better than their best case. And even if the TikTok can relieve some stress, but it is no better than the personal connection with their parents, with their friends, and with their classmates. And also with the research, the survey found that 83 of the 13 to 19 years old who internet usage was monitored registered on the social media site with a false age. So anyone can make their TikTok as 91 years old that made them able that they can watch adult videos that is not for them. That would be all. Thank you.
Okay, great job. That was awesome. Okay, great job, China. I love your conviction. Cool. Okay. Well, the house is really burning now. I would really say that. I really love this kind of debate. Great job, guys. And to hear the conclusion of each team, let's all welcome the leader of each team to give their conclusion. So, and each speaker will be given 4 minutes. Okay? Let me call in the leader of Team Preposition, Thuha. All right? You may start now.
Annie is done.
I think we're not yet done with the third speaker on the opposition side. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. My apologies. Okay. My bad. Okay. I totally forgot
Yes,
that.
no problem.
Because of conviction. Okay. My bad. Okay. Let's hear out the third speaker of the team opposition. My apologies, Miss Annie. All right. Go ahead. Take the floor.
Yes. So I'd like to restate and emphasize against my teammates have mentioned before. And the first point is that TikTok can be a platform for self-expressions. So, the users can express themselves by uploading some videos of themselves, like they're singing, they're dancing on the TikTok, and that enable them to engage with the society. And if they have many followers, like viewers, then that will push them more to engage and collaborate with the society and community. And also, the other, like the viewers, can watch their video and learn something from them. And the second point is that TikTok can be a good marketing tool. So, you know that in this COVID pandemic that destroyed the economy. So this TikTok is with the large network, like over 800 million users. So that is a large network, and that is the great environments that company can utilize to marketing themselves. And teenagers also who have a huge viewers also can be KOL, like help the business to marketing the products. And they also receive the benefit from their marketing activity. And the third point is that TikTok can be a great source, a great environment for children to study, to learn. Like TikTok allows users to upload a short videos with music editing. So that will combine between learning themed and entertainment. So some short video, it means direct to their learning, like some tips for their learning, like tips for IELTS or some tips for learning English. So that's really helpful than watching a long video on YouTube or study in school. And the last point is that TikTok is a great source of entertainment. And in TikTok we can follow some celebrities videos, and funny videos that blew up our steam. And and also we can upload our video too to interact with the society. So that is the great environment for me to interact with all the people around when we just self-distant in our home. And you say that okay, so you say that TikTok in TikTok we cannot learn something, like cannot educate children. So I think with a short video and with the music editing, like the they can observe the lesson faster. And about the toxic content, I think that I think that TikTok also have their regulations for these toxic contents, and we also have a following tool, like we can follow just the content that we like, and this also avoid the toxic content and following content. And about the addictions, like we're scared that our children will be addicted to the TikTok, right? So I think that what make us addict, so we will ban it. Like we addict alcohol, or we addict Facebook or Instagram. We also ban Facebook, Instagram, or wine, something like that, right? So I think TikTok bring more benefits than harm. So what we should do is that have more regulations to control it, not ban it at all. So that's my point. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. A round of applause, please. Good job. Good points as well. And all right. Each team, you will have 4 minutes to give your conclusion. I will start with the leader of the team proposition. Let me call in Thuha. All right, you may start now, Thuha.
So after the three rounds of debate, I would like to conclude our team arguments as following. So first of all, so TikTok should be banned among teenagers because first of all, teenagers can be fed with inappropriate, wrong, and misleading information on TikTok. Like I said before, it can be because all the contents are created by users, so those contents are not verified. And even if it is applied, restriction content by TikTok and is being controlled, it still not completely protect everyone, especially if they are not talking about something inappropriate, but also talking about things that aren't verified. Second of all, TikTok addiction can be a great distraction from studying because a lot of users waste their time spending scrolling through the TikTok because its interface is designed to make it addicting. And even if some people said that it actually can be used for educational purposes, I don't think it's true because our team believes that if you can spend time on studying on TikTok, but the information are not verified, and then you still have to go through other sources to learn, then why bother going to the TikTok at the first place? No, thank you. Thirdly, that TikTok can cause mental illness. Like I said before, it can be caused by peer pressure and bullying. And the opposite team has made the point that no, thank you. The first team has made the point that it's actually self-expression and helps them reduce stress. However, this is not true because if you are a TikToker, you may know that social media is mostly fake because when you use social media, you tend to fake your identity. You don't show all your faults, all your insecurities, and that's why that's also one of the reasons that leads to peer pressure. So even if it helps you to express yourself, is it truly yourself? And does it really stress relief when it makes you to continue compare yourself with others? And last but not least is the safety policy. Like my team has already said, okay, there's some predators that harass teenagers on their platform, who is also just considered normal users. So it wouldn't, teenager user would not be completely protected because TikTok has not yet to have really like blocking safe feature on this kind of users. And that's conclude on my point. Thank you for listening.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much for your conclusion. Good job. Okay, a round of applause, please. All right.
Yay.
Now, before we hear out the final conclusion from the team opposition, let me remind you that our voting time will end soon. So please send your vote in the chat box so it will be counted, okay? So let's hear out the leader of the team opposition, Christian Esparragosa. Go ahead. You may start now.
As I have proposed, the enemy team didn't listen with our resolutions on what we can do about moderation, censorship, and how parents' role can protect their kids by setting some limitations, which the other team failed to look into it, which they have overlooked. So as the reply, we have provided you some good arguments with examples, explanations, and we have discussed real life benefits, not just for teenagers, but also for kids, for adults who are working, who are often distressed, and most importantly, for those people who have been affected by this pandemic. So it's like, why ban something if it brings more good, it brings more benefit, something like that. So I know addiction is a real, no one can bring POIs in replies. So with that in mind, instead of banning it, we can strengthen the flaws that we can find in TikTok. Because you know what, whether you like it or not, this is an effective way because it's creative. Videos are creative to showcase education, to know information, and most importantly, social engagement. So I, the Prime Minister, the opposition leader of this debate, we can conclude that we have won this debate. So with that being said, thank you for listening, and I do hope you enjoyed our game. Thank you.
Okay, great job, Christian. Well done, guys. And that's it. Our debate has been concluded. And I would like to say that you have done such an amazing job, and I really enjoyed listening to your arguments. You really have strong arguments, and I just love how you deliver your speeches. Well done, all of you guys. All right. Now, let me call in our judge for tonight, so she'll be able to give you some feedback and to give you your scores. All right. Please go ahead, Farah.
All right. So actually, I want to congratulate the both teams. So for Team A, Team B, okay, for the government and the opposition team. So again, thank you so much for doing this first debate for B2. And thank you for being a support, everyone. Congratulations to whoever will win this debate. All right. So you've done a really good job, each and every one of you. So let me go ahead and try to see what are the points that some of you did great and which one did some of you miss a little bit, okay, in the debate perspective. So let's start with the first speaker on the government side, the Prime Minister. So the Prime Minister actually was able to really set the parameters well. She was able to set the scope and define the motion. So again, she actually provided like the meaning of the word teenagers, which is in between the age of 13 to 19 years old. So that's good. And then she also said that because the first thing that she mentioned was it brings more harm than good. And then therefore, after that, she said that, okay, it's going to be limited to teenagers, this kind of debate that we have. And then, all right, okay, so there are some things here that she mentioned as well. All right, so let's go over each and every thing that she said. So inappropriate or wrong information, all right? So this is a free platform, not verified or filtered, power of hashtag or online behavior, all right? And then she also said something about Good Morning America. So it's a sexual way, or there are sexual content in TikTok that should not be very appropriate for teenagers, especially in between 13 to, I think you didn't mention like what is it inappropriate for, because you said it's 13 to 19. So are we referring to all the ages between 13 to 19? Because 18 and 19 18 are legal age, right? So maybe you could bring something more about that part, like why is it not good to bring sexual content and what age are we referring to? And then you also said about like, this is what I was really confused at on the first speaker, because she said when she defined TikTok, which is actually, she said that it is like a social media platform. And then I think in the middle part, you also said that it's a way for us to be educated, and it's also a way for you to, post videos. But at the later part, you also said you will not get any information about it because it's not Wikipedia or Google. So I was kind of confused when you were in the middle of your speech earlier, because you said, like you said that it actually brings education, something like that. And then at the later part, you said it's not Wikipedia, it's not Google. So that was the only confusing part of that, of that speech. And then you also said, all right. Okay, so there was one 12 years old who died because of doing a TikTok challenge. So I think this does not count because you actually set the parameters that the age would be between 13 to 19 years old, right? And then you mentioned an example of a 12-year-old who died because of doing a TikTok challenge. So, where's the connection of that in your parameters, right, in your scope? Now, okay, so teenagers are not protected, so ability to differentiate very limited, all right? It brings mental issues, which is your second argument. So it brings depression, anxiety, peer pressure, online bullying, without having to subscribe. But you said she has 17 million followers, but only, or no, she has millions of followers, but only at the age of 17, which is what you mentioned. And then you said it brings peer pressure, bullying because of the hate comments. It also brings people to react and ridicule. And then, okay, not even teenagers are equipped because they can easily have mental issues, protect, and have misleading information. All right, awesome. So that's one of the things that I've gotten from you. But anyway, good job, all right, for presenting those two arguments. And then for the first speaker of the opposition side, all right, he provided some counter arguments, all right. He said that it's a famous, it's a platform for self-expression. It's famous, so it brings people to interact with it. It's good for entertainment, and then it's also good for any person, regardless of age, race, or gender, because it's actually open for everybody, children, family, teenagers, whatever religion you have, whatever sex preference you have or gender preference you have. And then, all right, so share something, mental health issues, teachers, firefighters, all right. And then also in this part, the first part you said, which is your counter argument, this is actually good, but you were focusing more on like the side of the professionals. You actually did mention something about the teenagers, which was good, but then you also focus a little bit on the teachers, firefighters, the professionals, and I think it's best if you have focused more on the teenagers, which could have been better, right? But it's still good. It's just that if I'm going to raise a point for this, if POIs are allowed for the first speakers, I would have asked you, like, we're talking about 13 to 19 years old, and what you're referring to are teachers or firefighters. So I think you missed the point of, like focusing on that part. And then good, you said it's a good marketing tool, most downloaded app. We're in a pandemic, so more people would use this app. And then of course you said business can survive because it's a good marketing tool. It's good for creating jobs, advertising, food critics love it, food blogs driven by teenagers economy. I think in this part, because you said that it can actually create jobs, it's just good for the economy. And it's one way to boost the sales of a company because, you're letting people know what kind of products or services you have for your business. That's good. It's just that I think for the 18 to 19-year-old, that's good. But what about for the 13 to 17 years old? What can they, what can they benefit from it, knowing that the economy is good, knowing that, the companies can give or can showcase their products and services? What can I get if I'm 13 to 17? You missed that part. You only focus on maybe the part of the 18 to 19, which is still teenagers. It's good, but what about those who still cannot work? And then, of course, malicious rights, okay, important quality assurance. I like this because you actually said, do we really need to ban something? Do we, like, for example, YouTube, if I'm too addicted to YouTube, if anyone's addicted to YouTube, Facebook, or any social media, just because I'm addicted to it, that really means that I have to, that the government should ban it or that, anyone should ban it? I think not. For me, we should not ban it. Instead, you actually propose a different side, which is really good, which is what I like. You said that maybe we should limit the content, limit the videos, limit what should be appropriate and what's not appropriate. Only the appropriate should be showcased, should be shown on TikTok, which is really good. And then, of course, it's okay. You also mentioned about family safety mode, which you can actually set limitation, screen time, like for example, 2 hours in a day, which is really good. I like that. Healthy and good space. Okay. Educate users to be more knowledgeable. Okay. So this is really what I like about your content earlier. I think maybe because you lack the time to explain everything. Even the MC already told you that, hey, you already exceeded your time. I think if you had more time, I think you could probably had the chance to explain yourself more. But I actually gave you some points about this earlier. So great job for that. Congratulations. And then for the second speaker on the government side or the proposition team, all right. So he did mention here like self-expression. He didn't a counter argument for that because, okay, like for example, we all have our ways to express ourselves, but we cannot really tell TikTok everything about our daily life on a daily basis, which is I think what I've gotten from you. And then you said it's a good marketing tool because it brings profit, all right? But I think you said I think it's reasonable because for the kids part, especially for 13, 16, 17, I think, like the profit is only good for the companies and good for the people who can earn money in working in those companies, right? But what about, that's what I like. So he did a counter argument for the first speaker on the opposition team. And then he said that, okay, kids need permission from the parents. So to restrict the amount of time that they spent on, using this kind of platforms. So here, someone raised a POI. You did not accept the POI right away, but that's okay. And then what the kids are doing, they need to ask permission from their parents. Now, I think normally if a person is like 13 below, they would usually need to ask permission from their parents. If you are 13 above, I think sometimes yes, but not usually the case. I think this is what also the government, the first speaker of the government, missed, because instead, like for example, if you set the parameters, if you set the scope, you also need to consider like what country are we talking about? Because if we're talking about countries, we have different countries. And if you say kids are asking permission, not really. 13 to 17 in America, they don't ask permission. They do whatever they want. Maybe sometimes they do it, but most of the time they don't because they're very independent and they practice independence. And then, all right, disadvantages. All right, so okay, so someone raised a POI. So just like what I think the first speaker of the opposition raised a POI, saying that, okay, the children are actually, parents can still supervise them in terms of what you said on your example earlier, which is to set limitations like the screen time of when and how much time they should spend on using TikTok. And then, of course, his answer to that was categorize themselves as adults, and they can fake themselves. They can actually fake their identity. Instead of saying they're 18, they can fake themselves and have the age of 20 or 21 or whatnot. And then, okay, you also mentioned something about Trump. Okay, Trump wanting to ban TikTok because there are a lots of interface in TikTok that are very addicting. And someone raised a POI. So just like what he said, the first speaker said in the opposition side, he said that, so does that mean that if it's addicting, so we should ban it? Instead of you answering that POI, you didn't answer the POI. Instead, you stopped for a couple of seconds and then you said, okay, I also have something to say about data mining. So you did not really attack. So he tried to attack you to bring you down, but instead of really formulating your ground, having that solid ground, solid base of you're trying to build your house here, you're trying to build your building here. It has to be solid. The foundation has to be solid. Otherwise, if someone tries to attack it, if an earthquake tries to attack it, it will go down right away. So you need to be strong. You did not really, give your arguments about this. Instead, you focus on data mining. So you said automatic collect, make, what is this? Any much, okay, in deceptive policy, TikTok, okay. Somewhere there's POI that you can use fake email or, cell phone numbers because, again, this can make you safer because you're not, giving any personal information. All right. So I think you didn't have enough time as well to defend all the things that they are asking about that, but it's totally okay. You've done a really good job. Okay. Congratulations. And then for the second speaker on the opposition side. So, all right. Trump and TikTok banned influence use TikTok. Okay. So it's totally good. More on you're mentioning the previous points that have already been spoken, which was Beijing, like for example, how will, information gathering requests to provide it. Okay. So, all right. So someone actually asked that, do you not know that, how sure are you that, for example, the information that we share online are not being shared by anyone else? How sure are you? How about the backend team of this platform? Because just like what you said, Beijing can, just like I think the founder, if I'm not mistaken, is that what you said, that it's from Beijing and maybe the information gets to be shared. All right. And then someone said, or he said, sharing data, not shared information, backup are located entirely in China. Cybersecurity practices. Also, TikTok is practicing cybersecurity. All right. So what about cybersecurity? What does it bring? And how secure is this? Like, what does it do if you have cybersecurity? What does it do? Like, does it encrypt data? Do we have data encryption? Okay, so we didn't really, solidify our arguments on that part. And then educating time limit, like post short videos, think about messages. I like this because you said, well, I can learn something from TikTok, like idiom, slang, formal language, English. I can learn it. English from TikTok, even if how short the video is. So that's good. Good entertainment, which was also mentioned by the first speaker earlier in your team. So like social media, like TikTok, funny, short video, celebrities, like especially right now, pandemic. So it's one way for us to relieve stress. Lockdown at home, all right? How much time, the way TikTok makes you feel, it makes you feel alive, it makes you feel vibrant, it makes you feel enthusiastic. That's very good. So thank you very much to the second speaker. And all in all, it's really good, right? Congratulations. Now for the third speaker on the government side. So I like this because you actually summarized everything that your first and second speaker said. Plus, you also gave another wonderful argument, which is also about if you want to relieve stress, on the only medium for you to relieve stress, or can you totally or completely relieve your stress if you use your phone? Because I think that personal connection is better, because according to research, that's really good. You pointed that out. That's good. And then you said, right, you mentioned something about, so this makes it unreliable for us to use TikTok because other people can actually use a fake email and a fake phone number. Wow, you had your counter argument, which is really good. Second, you said 21 years old, any age. Yep, that is still like congruent to what you said in the first part, which is you said that it's fake account, so it can mislead or give wrong information to anyone, and no one can verify if it is true or not. And is 1 minute video enough? Okay, read books. All right. And then you can say, okay, you also said about relieving stress, so that's good. All right. And yes, so far that was the points that I've gotten from you. Third speaker of the government side, so far so good. Excellent. Now, for the third speaker on the opposition side, so actually for the second speakers of the government and opposition side, I think the second speaker of the government side accepted 3 POIs. The second speaker of the opposition side accepted only 1 POI. And the third speakers for both the government and the opposition side did not take any POI. Okay, so for the third speaker, platform for self-expression, utilized to market themselves, upload short videos, study in school. It's one way for you. I like this part. You said it's one way for us to study in school because you can learn a lot from TikTok. Cool. Resource of entertainment, also have regular toxic content. Follow just the content we like. Children will be addicted. All right. You mentioned everything that your first and second speaker said. However, you did not raise another argument, which could probably be really helpful to substantiate and to solidify your ground and to support your claim of the debate that we're having, right? But so far it's good. Okay, I think the reason why for the third speaker on the government side, I think there were some POIs. She didn't accept it because she was really focusing on what to say. For you, I think you were also a little bit nervous in terms of really expressing yourself well. You when someone raised a POI, so you actually you were actually stuttering. and then you weren't fluent enough when when you tried to present the first and the second speaker's opinion or point of view about this matter. So yeah, thank you very much. And then for the fourth speaker, right, thank you very much, the leader of the opposition, for reminding everyone that there shouldn't be any POIs or point of information that should be erased, okay, if ever we already have reply speeches. So I was actually shocked when the first speaker of the government side, when she was already, telling us that, hey, we should win because of this and that, but someone said, hey, point. Okay, and that's good because the leader of the opposition said there shouldn't be any points. So for the for the first speaker of the government side, for the reply speech, inappropriate, misleading information, TikTok, studying, all right, interface, all right. Okay, so you have actually just mentioned everything that your first, second, and third speaker, that you spoke, and what the second and the third speaker told us. And then for the for the first speaker of the leader of the opposition or the reply speech, so it's actually good. So he brought the things that we need to learn from the debate. Again, like the positive sides of, what should we say, of TikTok and why it should not be banned. Okay, so actually, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations again, both of you, according to my scores here, actually got a tie. But I'm actually basing my score to the last point that I give to make this team the winner. I actually base it on the number of arguments they presented and the kind of counter arguments that they also presented. I think this first team right here, I'm not going to say who the team is for now, the winner, okay, but I'm just going to explain it. This team here, they provided counter arguments, but I think the arguments were not more, though they tried their best to counter argue, but their counter arguments were not sufficient, and also their arguments were not sufficient enough. This team here, they actually tried their best to really counter argue with whatever this team has to say, may it be a POI or whatnot. And then they also provided lots of arguments. Okay, so that's my basis for whoever gets to win in this debate. All right, so that's so the winner for me here. Again, both of you got a tie, but I have to choose one. So again, the winner, why I chose this team, because they had more arguments and they were able to counter argue well. Okay, so my winner for this debate, again, both of you are really good, but for the winner, I would also give a wonderful and a big applause and congratulations to the opposition team. Congratulations. All right, but again, congratulations to the first team, government side. All right, you did an amazing job. All right, but still, I had to choose one, so that's the reason why I chose the opposition side. All right, thank you very much.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Farah. You have given us a lot of information. It's very detailed critics. I just love your comment. Well done, Farah. And guys, in addition, well, we have our favorite team award as well. Are you guys excited who that team is? All right, so the favorite team award goes to Team Opposition. Congratulations.
Nice.
Well done. So you guys really won this debate. However, for the other team, congratulations still, because no one lose, okay? It's either you win or learn. So please take that. So either you win or learn, okay? So thank you so much, and it was such an amazing debate competition, and I really appreciate your participation and for your arguments. And once again, this has been John Perez, your host, and encourage you all to join Bitu regularly. And to all English learners across Vietnam, I am inviting you to join Bitu so we can help you improve your English skills. And good night, everyone. See you. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.
See you. Bye.
Thank you.